do come true, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that.
You can literally have anything you want. If you can think it, and you can let yourself get emotionally involved with it, you can have it. The imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force that the world's ever known.
The secret is to get and hold fast in your mind the mental image of the person you would most like to be.
Your only job is to make a very, very clear decision about the person you want to be, the things that you want to have, the goals that you want to accomplish, and then make sure that you feed your mind continuously, day by day, week by week, hour by hour, with words, pictures, images, ideas, thoughts, and information consistent with your goals and your ideals. And everything is possible for you.
You've got to bet on you. When are you going to look in the mirror and believe in the darn person you see? It's about time for you to believe in you.
Life does not respond to what you want. It simply responds to who you believe you are.
I was only 15, but he said, you got to have the confidence and belief. And he always told me, he said, if you believed it, you can do it. If you could believe it, you can do it.
You cannot have wealth in your material world until you first visualize the wealth in your mind.
How did you know you could do it?
I don't know. I just never thought. I couldn't.
This is a message to my past self. I just want you to know that everything ends up working out. And you end up finding people you love, and places you love, and experiences you love. And I hope, for just a moment,
and it is preparing you to be that future self, to be ready to become that person, to shed your current skin, to become the thing you need to be to achieve those things.
you get one 10-year generational sprint where you can sacrifice everything and go after it. So you might as well make it embarrassingly big. You might as well make it the biggest dream that you don't want to even tell anybody about. But if it's a small dream or a big dream, it's still going to be the same 10 years sacrifice of everything you can give it. So please make it the biggest possible dream.
Shyness will cost you millions over your lifetime. Every conversation you avoid, every opportunity you miss, every deal you don't ask for. Get bold or end up broke.
Because you got it. You got it. You just got to bring that thing that's on the inside out.
Watch your thoughts because they will become your words. Watch your words because they will become your action. Watch your actions because they will become your behavior. Watch your behavior because they will become your habits. Watch your habits because it will become your character.
If you keep obsessing about your lack of finances, your lack of time, your lack of energy, lack, you feel guilty, you feel unhappy. The moment you feel unhappy, then you generate more thoughts equal to that feeling, which makes more chemicals.
So if a person is stuck in their life, the first step to change is examining your thoughts, paying attention to how you speak and how you act, and look at these emotions that keep you connected to the past and finally decide, does this emotion belong in my future? And I think many people try to create a new personal reality as the same personality, and it doesn't work. We literally have to become someone else, and it's fundamental. We already know this. And so many people don't want to go through the work because it's easier to turn on the television or scroll through your social media or make a phone call or get distracted, right? If you give people something to do, if they understand the philosophy, the theory, they understand the knowledge base of what they're doing, and you give them something to do and so they can begin to change, right around the second day, people start, breaking through. They start seeing a different landscape. They're no longer complaining and blaming and making excuses, and they're thinking differently because they're challenged to learn a lot of information. They're challenged to learn information and knowledge, and that causes people to think differently. And then if you start to think differently because you learn new information, you begin to make different choices. And if you make different choices, you can begin to do different things and behave in different ways, and you can create new experiences. That's exactly what we discovered that changes a person's biology.
If you think that once you get what you desire, you will feel different than you feel right now, you are broadcasting lack. When I was in a 900 square foot, one-bedroom apartment, I would picture myself in a mansion. I would picture myself having multiple mansions. And I felt as if I actually owned and lived in and experienced these opulent mansions worth tens of millions of dollars. And I knew that once I live in the mansion, I'm going to feel exactly the same way as I do right now. There'll be no state change.
You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You've got to be possessed with the dream. And every single day, you've got to wake up and put forth effort.
It'll create anything for you. It'll take you anywhere. Your imagination will take you anywhere, and it'll give you anything you want. That's a beautiful thing to know.
It's a weird feeling, knowing your life is about to change and nobody around you can see it yet. Like you're going about your regular day, but mentally, you're not there anymore. You're living the next chapter. It's just time hasn't caught up to it yet.
When you see yourself in possession of what you want, you have to feel right now as if you would feel if you were actually in possession of it right now. Feel that emotion that has to be there.
Once you tell your mind, I want to achieve this, you start subconsciously looking for different ways that you can achieve it. You look for the roots and you start seeing patterns and paths and thinking.
Anything you can put your mind to, you could achieve. Literally, I started this journey less than 10 years ago. No matter where you come from, this is possible for you.
As soon as you think it's impossible, it will be impossible. So coming at everything with this open desire for pure understanding with no beliefs, no baggage.
You should be hanging out with people who you believe are achieving more than you, in my opinion, personally. And here's the thing. There's no problem if someone is achieving less than you, as long as they're trying to achieve. But it's the people who are content with not achieving, that's a problem. You shouldn't be around these people. These people are gonna make you feel like it's okay to underachieve, but it's never okay to underachieve.
You are who you hang around with. So hang around people that are smarter than you always, that are more successful than you. Learn, and you'll have your time. But you gotta work hard. Right. There's no free lunch. There's no lottery. And if you win the lottery, it's called the lottery curse. So you will go broke. Yeah, right. You have to earn it the old-fashioned way. Work hard.
Learn something about an eagle. An eagle flies at a certain height as private jets and jets fly at it.
The only other bird that flies with an eagle that high is another eagle. So if an eagle finds himself flocking with a pigeon, he may be flying too low. Don't lower your standards to try to raise somebody to your standard.
The percentage of people that get back up after a fall is very small. It's very, very small. Because some people fall and they go, I'm just gonna lay here, because falling hurts, right? Yeah. There's only a couple people that get up and just dust the shit off and go, I'm still gonna go, I'm still gonna walk. And it's not a coincidence why those people win. It's not an accident why winners win. Winners win because of persistence. Winners win because of consistency.
Focus on your dream. Never give up on your dream. Never quit, never quit, never quit, never quit, never quit. If you get knocked down, get up. When you get knocked down again, get up. And you get knocked down again, get up. And you face adversity, you plow through it, you face it head on, and you overcome that adversity. You learn from your mistakes.
If you're listening, would you live the hard way for a year so you could live easier for a decade after? So what if you just acknowledge, the next year is going to be hard, but I'm going to make choices that I've never made. I'm going to be more courageous than I've ever been. I'm going to unlock that creativity. What if you were courageous, bold, made moves, and next year was hard? But 12 months from now was a little less hard. And 24 months was amazing. 36 months from now you were living into who you're meant to be. But you never know how, Og Mandino, in his book, The World's Greatest Salesman, when he talks about, I will persist until I succeed. That's one of the 10 scrolls in The World's Greatest Salesman. And he talks about that you never know how many corners you have to go around until your success is on the other side. And how I translated that is, you might have to go through 10 failures, 10 question yourself, living on your sister's couch, and then the 11th thing you found enough success to go forward. If you just keep moving, eventually around one of those corners, is there another level?
I just read something called the Law of Assumption, and it changed the way my brain worked forever. I'm going to read it to you. What you assume to be true about yourself quietly organizes your choices, reactions, and limits. Change the assumption, change the trajectory. What you assume becomes your reality. Subconsciously, without you knowing, your brain looks at the world based on your assumptions of what is going to happen in your life. Change what you assume about yourself, you will change the reality you live in. Your brain's going to organize that reality behind the scenes.
Life does not respond to what you want. It simply responds to who you believe you are. This is the law of assumption. Where most people go wrong is that when they wake up in the morning, they allow the money in their account, the status of their relationship, the physique that they see in the mirror to decide how they are allowed to feel. And that is backwards. You need to understand your current reality is not your truth. It is just a result of your past assumptions that are showing up on delay. It is not pretending. What the law of assumption is shifting your internal state before the external proof shows up. Choosing and deciding how you feel about yourself. When you can regain your control and feel a certain way about yourself, that changes your identity. And your identity is going to change your behaviors. And your behaviors are obviously going to change the life that you experience.
What do you think is the
is more mental than tactical. It's being able to handle rejection, uncertainty, delayed gratification, risk, failure. No one is gonna hand you the blueprint. No perfect opportunity is coming. You just have to figure things out as you go. Majority of people will sit there and wait, but there's a small percentage of people who will go out there and build and figure it out for themselves. So be that small percentage of people.
At the very beginning, you have to accept that, which is the first two words, my fault, my responsibility, all me, I am source. And what's crazy is that one foundation is where 90% of people literally aren't. They're not there. They can't do it. The reason my girlfriend left me is because of this, not me. The reason I lost my job is because my boss sucked, whatever, the economy. But like, it never serves you. Give me one instance, one example. This is to anyone who's listening to this. One example of when you blame something else and it made you better. One. You can't find it because it's fundamentally not true. And so you cannot both desire to get better and also maintain blame. You have to pick.
Who gives a f if you start back at zero?
let's say you say, I don't think I'm smart enough to achieve my goal of this. Money is hard to make, etc. Whatever the limiting belief is, write it down, and then write another sentence right below it that says, in the past, I used to believe that, and then write down what your limiting belief is, and then add, and now what I'm choosing to believe is that I'm more than smart enough, I'm more than worthy enough, I'm more than good enough, I'm more than capable to learn what I need to learn to make the money that I want. So make the statement that is your current belief that may be negative or disempowering you, make it into the past statement, which opens up the filters in your brain, but it also gives your brain a new fact. And here's what I want you to do. Every day, for 1 minute to 2 minutes, inner size, repeat it, say it, feel it. And if you want to write it down as a secondary thing, do it. And here's what I promise you. You will start to release, let go of limiting beliefs faster, easier, and way smarter than ever before. And that is the power of inner size. Use your brain better and you'll achieve your goals a lot easier.
So many of the thought patterns that people engage in regularly, the stories that they tell themselves, the little sort of like reverse mantras that they have, not something that's positive and encourages them.
Usually not at all.
But something which is negative and reinforces a fear that they have or an insufficiency that they're concerned about or whatever. You're right. If you say those things to yourself enough times, you'll end up believing that they're true. And then after a while, they just become part of you. And you're not even believing it anymore. It's like the physics of your system.
Yeah.
Their experience. When you're feeling stuck, you might not be able to change what's around you. So change how you view it, change how you look at it, because all of a sudden everything starts to change in your favor.